word that my album is no longer coming out. Love You Madly, Hate You Badly is officially canceled, and I'm parting ways with Atlantic Records. Behind the scenes has been nothing short of a nightmare. I have no marketing budgets for music videos, no digital ad spend. Nobody really cares in the building, it seems like. I made a lot of money for Atlantic Records, and they don't seem to remember that. I have gotten no support. They forgot to ingest multiple songs into the system, which means the songs didn't come out. I had a Valentine's Day breakout song that didn't even get released because someone forgot to put it in. I don't really understand how that's possible. I've made them tens of millions of dollars, but they don't remember that. So, the music is owned by them. The remainder of the music will not be coming out. I will always continue to make music. Thank you for everyone who's supported me. I can't wait to release more music at some point at a later time, but for now, there is nothing on the horizon. I'm so sorry, and I love you guys. Thank you.
The president of Alien Boy Records. We are the label that brought you such hits as Ugly is Beautiful and such commercial failures as Cowboy Tears. At Alien Boy Records, the marketing comes first. It's about what you look like, not what you sound like. The music just isn't that important. We sign artists who are interesting to look at, no matter how watered down or dog shit their music sounds. Alien Boy Records has access to cutting-edge algorithms, bot farms, and pay-for-play technologies, which has made crafting industry plants up to 15 times easier than before. Our number one artist, Oliver Tree, is a prime example. Alien Boy Records is responsible for the writing, production, promotion, and distribution of all of Oliver's music. He has no say or involvement in the creative process. We have manufactured every aspect of his character, from his obnoxious personality, his wackadoodle outfits, to his downright embarrassing haircuts. We make him sing and dance like a stupid little monkey. We created Oliver Tree, and we can destroy him at any given moment.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter.
Family, what's the word? We are back. I want to thank y'all for being here. I gotta say something real quick, man. There's something about this situation that doesn't seem right. I don't know if it was the seasonal change on the platform and things like that, because the views do drop in the summertime, but it's like the way it happened on my page was crazy. They were getting back up, and as soon as I talked about bro, it dropped. Well, really, as soon as I made about 3 or 4 videos about the rapping camel, actually. But we're gonna review a few clips. I'm gonna give some commentary, and this is gonna be the last that I report on this situation. I think we all know what it is and who we think, y'all get where I'm going with it. Anyways, if you're here, let me know you're here. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know what time you get this notification. It's very important, especially with the changes in YouTubes and on YouTube that comes seasonal. Y'all know I be tongue-tied. Anyways, let's get to the clips.
So I think if there's one thing we should all take from this Oliver Tree stuff, it's to, if you make music, never sign with a label. Never sign with a label. It seems like every time someone signs with a label, their life just gets absolutely ruined, and every person that gets signed with the label speaks out about how their life was ruined by the label. Just be independent. They can make you way bigger, but like at what cost?
What she said was true, and I want to revert back to one of the intro clips to where the dude, I don't know if that was AI or what, but bro was talking about the Alien something records and how they just know the music's garbage, but they bank on the image, and if people look, they'll listen type thing. Shorty is entitled to her opinion, and y'all know how I feel about labels. I just don't know. I don't know if it's a coincidence at this point, because what's happening is there's a cycle or a repetitive thing where These artists want to go solo or they go against the orders, and then stuff happens. That's crazy work. RIP Take Heath too. That kinda took me out, I'm not gonna lie. They said they found bro in his home during a wellness check. I can guarantee y'all, if it ain't something street, it's probably something from the street that was altered and made fake, if y'all catch my drift. Anyways, let's continue.
The passing of Oliver Tree is very bizarre. The music industry is demonic, it's satanic, it's very dark. And when these artists get into these deals, they pretty much sign a life contract. And this is why you see them promote certain things, flash certain symbolism, because they are basically, puppets to the system at that point, because they have chosen to sell themselves over for the price of fame. But right here, as you see on screen, you see him surrounded by fire, and he was involved in this helicopter crash. And it's a lot of predictive programming surrounding his demise and what happened to him. So this really does seem to me to be a ritual, because even right here, as you look on screen, you see him surrounded by all of this wreckage, looking as if he was just in a helicopter crash.
Alright, I feel what bro's saying, but I don't think the flames had anything to do with the helicopter. And I don't think that picture that was in the shape of a heart had anything to do with the helicopter. It could have meant that his heart was wrecked or broken. But those flames in that triangular portal, that's something different. We know what that is. We've covered it enough on this channel to know what that is exactly. He was surrounded by it. And it's just funny that the only opening was triangular. I just want to know what those balloons signified. It could have signified liftoff, new beginnings, ascension. Y'all get where I'm going with it. Yeah, who knows? But this next clip, this is the one right here, y'all. This is the one.
He predicted his death over 10 times, y'all. We're about to get into his music videos and his books and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. Oliver Tree seemed to really want you to know. He literally released a graphic novel titled Oliver Tree vs. Little Ricky, and it's about him being thrown into the meat grinder of the music industry to promote his debut album, Ugly is Beautiful. Then when Oliver threatens to retire, his label replaces him with an alien. Shout out to Brian for that information. And it gets even crazier because he talked about not even making it to 2026 because he's quitting Atlantic Records. Before we continue, check this out. News update for real. It's been exactly 333 weeks since Kobe Bryant passed away. 333 weeks from another helicopter crash. Now, one of his music videos actually shows him in some sort of crash on this plane, and then right after that, he's saluting. I'm telling you, from the second I heard it, I just knew something was there. Leaves Atlantic, goes independent, releases his album cover for his album, and it's scrap metal everywhere, just like the scene. Of course, I talk about this winger, this guy from a plane in yellow right here in the last video. Before we go further, some people are like, oh, let him rest. If something happened crazy to you or your family, you would hope that someone would bat for you. Of course, we have many instances of people leaving labels and crazy things happening. And people are talking about all these different people who've, left Atlantic. Here's a little secret about the music industry. They all inadvertently own each other. It's basically one giant label.
And I'm parting ways with Atlantic Records. Behind the scenes has been nothing short of a nightmare.
And people say, oh, you're reaching. Look, none of us want anything to actually be there. I'm like the first person to call out all bogus reaching theories. It's actually why I quit making short videos for the most part. But over my last 3 videos and the YT video I put out, I've shown 10 different instances of him prophesying or knowing or having a premonition that something similar, unrelated, was going to happen. For the people that say, oh, he's just evil and satanic, these people are servants to the industry when they sign that contract. They have no say whatsoever in their album covers and their videos and any of that. So yeah, of course, there's blasphemous stuff. But when he went independent, he stopped all that blasphemous stuff instantly. Funny how that works, right? You didn't see the first video. He made a video exposing evil stuff that happens behind the scenes. All we can do is pray that he got right with the Lord.
Life is really epic being ugly. And no matter how strange you think you look, no matter how ugly you feel, you're actually incredibly beautiful. You are actually perfect as you are.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say about bro. He gave me the vibe that he wasn't happy. When you look into his eyes, pause, you could see he wasn't happy. You could see it. You could see that he was caught up in a character that he really didn't like anymore. And that's sick. I don't know if I could constantly be a character for that bread. Whenever you go out, you gotta be in character. Or you gotta be like Michael Jackson and dress up totally disguised so people won't know you. If you made it to this point, let me know you made it, y'all. Let me know what time you got the notification and whatnot. I gotta gauge when to drop this content, real talk, because we're in a different quarter and it changed. But if you're still here, let me know you're here. I'm out. Peace.